One decision could teach you confidence, patience, resilience, and life lessons that you will carry with you for the rest of your life. But most people will never make this decision because they're afraid that nobody will care what they have to say. If you've ever thought about writing a book, this video might completely change the way you look at it. Writing a book isn't just about becoming an author. It's about challenging yourself, discovering who you are, developing skills that will help you throughout life, and pursuing a dream instead of wondering what if years from now. Even if you never published a book, you still win. The simple act of writing can make you more confident, more resilient, and more fulfilled. Today, I will share with you 7 reasons why you should write a book even if no one reads it, and why writing a book may be one of the most rewarding things you will ever do. Reason number 1. Writing a book proves you can do difficult things. So many people say they want to write a book, but so few of them actually do it. Writing an entire book is definitely not an easy task. It requires lots of patience, hard work, and perseverance. But if you decide to do it, you'll be really glad you did it. Once you're done, not only will you have written an entire book, but you'll also have accomplished something so few people ever do. And that's something definitely worth celebrating. But it's not just the finished book that you should be proud of. You should also be proud of the person you became along the way. You achieved something really difficult. And that's very important because so many people give up when things get tough. But you didn't. You kept going even during those moments when you felt stuck, frustrated, and tempted to quit. You pushed forward even during those moments when finishing a book seemed impossible. But you did it! And now you know that you can do difficult things. And this is such a powerful lesson that you can carry with you in all other areas of your life. Reason number 2. Writing a book helps you understand yourself better. Whether you decide to write a novel or a nonfiction book, writing it will sometimes feel like a journey of self-discovery. That's because when we write, we often put our experiences, our fears, our lessons, and our thoughts into our books. Maybe more so in nonfiction books, but quite a lot in novels as well, where each of our characters often carries a little piece of our soul in them. I identify with almost all my characters because each of them carries a little bit of me inside them. And when I see how they solve problems or deal with difficult situations, it often helps me come up with creative solutions for challenges in my own life. When you write a novel, you need to know your characters very well. That way, you would know exactly how they would react in different situations. As you throw challenges, setbacks, and hardships their way throughout the story, you also have to figure out how they would deal with those situations. And each character will approach those challenges differently depending on their personality. But all of that comes from within you. As you explore your characters and their journeys, you also start to better understand yourself. How would you react in those situations? What would you do if your whole world suddenly fell apart around you? Who are you really? That's why writing a book can be such a powerful journey of self-discovery. Reason number 3. Writing a book teaches you patience and persistence. Sometimes we dream of accomplishing something. We see others have done it and it looks easy. But what we don't see is everything that they had to do, who they had to become, and what they had to sacrifice in order to achieve that dream. When you decide to write a book, you're excited about following your dream. But once you start working on it, you quickly realize that it's not as easy as you first thought. You have to show up consistently for your book. You have to have patience when things don't work out and rewrite certain scenes or even entire chapters to make sure everything makes sense. And you have to keep moving forward even when your progress seems slower than a snail. Writing a book takes time, and sometimes progress is really slow. Those are often the moments when you're most tempted to give up. You see how little you've written, how much you still have left to write, and how slowly words seem to come some days. All you want is to have the manuscript finished now. But if you keep showing up consistently, patiently writing even when the finish line seems so far away, the rewards will be so much greater than simply having written a book. You will have learned a valuable life skill. You will have learned how not to give up on the things you're working toward and how to patiently move forward even when progress feels really slow. Sometimes the secret to achieving your dream isn't talent or luck. It's simply having the patience and persistence to keep going. Reason number 4. Writing a book develops valuable life skills. You might think that when you write a book, the main thing you learn is how to write. And while that's certainly true, there are so many other valuable skills that you develop along the way. Besides learning how to write, you also learn how to develop long-term goals and milestones, break them down into smaller tasks, and organize them in a way that fits your life. This also teaches you time management skills. If you're writing a book while working a full-time job, or you're writing in between other commitments, you have to figure out how to carve out time in your busy schedule to work on your book. Writing a book also improves self-discipline. When your friends are going out to dinner or a party you would love to attend, but you choose to stay home and work on your dream instead, you learn how to follow through on your goals. And most importantly, you also learn how to solve problems. Your characters will get into a lot of trouble throughout your novel, and they will go through many challenges and obstacles that you put in their path. It's your job to figure out how to get them out of trouble. And as you do that, you learn how you might handle difficult situations in your own life. You learn how to look for solutions, work through challenges, and how to keep moving forward when things get tough. All of these skills can help you in your personal life, your career, and your everyday life, where every single day we encounter problems that need solving. Reason number 5. Writing a book helps you become more confident. Every day you show up for your manuscript, every new paragraph, scene, or chapter you complete is another day where you showed up for yourself and for your book. And the more you do that, the more progress you can make. And the more progress you make, the more confident you become in your abilities to write, your ability to show up when things get hard, and your ability to do difficult things. And that does wonders for your confidence. And I'm not talking here just about writing confidence. This new gained confidence extends to all other areas of your life. You've proven to yourself that you can show up consistently and do the hard work even when you don't feel like it. And then comes that powerful sense of accomplishment when you finally type the end. And that makes you feel invincible. You've accomplished something so few people ever do. It was difficult to get here, and it came with a lot of challenges and setbacks and even moments of self-doubt. But one word at a time, one writing session at a time, you managed to overcome those challenges and you created something completely new. And if you can do that for your manuscript, what else might you be capable of? As you're writing your book, you discover that you're stronger, more capable, and more resilient than you ever imagined. And that's why writing a book can help you become a more confident person. Reason number 6. Writing a book can inspire other people. So many people dream of achieving certain goals, but they're scared to start. They're afraid to take that journey into the unknown, to deal with all the difficulties along the way, not knowing if any of it was worth their time or their energy. So they keep postponing their dream. They keep wondering, and at the same time, they keep regretting not doing it. But you can be their role model. When people see how happy you are because you decided to follow your dream, how you didn't give up when things got tough, and how you eventually reached your goal, that can be a huge source of inspiration for them. When they see you pursuing your dream and making progress, it can make that desire in their own heart grow even stronger. It reignites their dream and helps them believe that maybe, just maybe, it is possible for them too. When you show people that something is possible, you give them hope that it might be possible for them as well. And that hope can inspire them to take action towards their own dream. So you see, when you're happy following your own dreams, you also bring happiness to the world around you. You inspire them with your passion, your determination, and your joy. And sometimes that's exactly the little nudge someone needs to start pursuing their own dream. Before moving on to the final reason why you should write a book, if you're enjoying this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more tips on being a productive, happy writer. Reason number 7. Writing a book removes the regret of never trying. Think about this for a moment. You're 100 years old and looking back on your life, the things you did and the things you wish you had done. Do you really want writing a book to be one of the regrets on that list? When I'm 100, I want to have as few regrets as possible about the past. And not following a dream because of fear, self-doubt, or endless worries would be a huge regret for me. I'd much rather try and fail at something that I really want than never try at all and live with regret for the rest of my life. Maybe you try writing a book and you realize that you actually don't like writing. Or maybe you realize that you just don't enjoy that particular topic. Even so, it's not a failure. You've discovered something about yourself in that process. And that's a win in my book. And now that you know, you can move on to other dreams and projects you would like to try. But at least you gave it a try. It's far better to try something and discover that it wasn't for you than to spend the rest of your life wondering and regretting that you never did it. If you enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy this other video on how to write a book while working a full-time job. Keep writing and have fun writing.